Hi guys, I'm your host Eva Bhatt and I welcome you all on another brand new episode of 9XM SoundcastE, the podcast where music inspires. They have poured their souls into every music piece they have created till date, be it for movies like Chak De or Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi or Fashion. In this episode, we are going to talk to Salim and Sulaiman about their inspiring journey and their latest mega musical project, that is Umrao Jaan Ada the musical. Salim and Sulaiman,
Thank you,
thank
Eva.
you so much.
Eva, first of all, thank you for a warm welcome.
And a great introduction.
Podcast culture is growing. It's growing big time. I'm so glad that India is tuning in for the first time. I can see podcasts have been there for a long time. But it's great to see that India is tuning into that frequency and enjoying it.
You have blessed us music lovers with your amazing music always. In this podcast, we are going to talk about the inspirations in your life and how you can inspire others, your musical inspirations.
I think the first, very first inspiration actually came from our dad. He was a composer in Chennai as well as in the Indian film industry. And he quit films in 1962 and went on to start manufacturing musical instruments. He didn't want to leave music. So when we were born, we had instruments as toys. We were surrounded by music. And so for us, he became our first mentor. He could play any instrument that he picked up and he would keep doing, experimenting with creating new instruments. And that actually was for me like the biggest moment. I want to be like him. I want to be able to compose a song and I want to be able to go on stage and perform it live. And there's so many more people that have inspired us. But for me, he would be my very first ever mentor.
Wow.
Yeah, same with me, but every time he took us to any concert, any classical show, in Mumbai there used to be this jazz yatra. When I went to jazz yatra, I was like, wow, I want to study jazz. I have to study jazz. Once we had gone to a piano recital and, I was like, I want to play piano like this. So every concert, every thing I went to, it was a very and till date, and I keep saying this, that music is 50% learning and 50% listening. You learn a lot from listening. You have to develop that thing of going to concerts. People choose to go to parties. If there was an artist, a very good artist playing, I would prefer going to that concert and listening to that artist to get, whether or not he or she is small or big, it doesn't matter. But you can learn, you can pick up knowledge from anywhere. And speaking of which, Umrao Jaan Ada was also a concept, a project which we developed because of a certain thing that had stayed with me in my childhood. In 1982, when this album came out, when this movie came out, I was 8 years old, and I remember for the first time I fell in love with an album which was complete, a Hindi film album. And that's when I got attached to film music. I realized that I have something where I want to, because at that time I was learning Western classical music. I didn't have so much love for Indian music, But this album really attracted me to Indian music and invited me to come into this world. That's why today doing Umrao Jaan Ada is so important for us, because it is like a full circle, where life has started, our musical growing has started for us. It's come and ended at the same point where we've got the opportunity to meet Khayyam Saab. I was there till the very end while Khayyam Saab was very unwell. He came for the premiere also of Umrao Jaan Ada and he blessed us and he spoke about Umrao Jaan. So it was a very fulfilling journey for us.
Wow, amazing. So when I saw that promo on social media, it was like a first of its kind. We have never seen this kind of a musical.
We wanted to do something which was connected to the film industry, to bring a new experience for people on stage. It's a classic novel, but it has so many more elements which are in the book but have not been portrayed or been picked up to be included in the film.
Khayyam Saab's music, of course, we've used all 5 songs from the film. But apart from that, we've created 4 original songs of Umrao Jaan Ada, which is very connected to the story. And we created these songs in such a way as if agar Umrao Jaan mein 9 gaane hote, how would those other 4 songs be? This experience which Sulaiman was saying is not just a beautiful traditional experience which we obviously wanted to create, but it's also a very incredibly technological creation which we've tried to give people an experience. जब वो लोग आए theatre में तो उनको ऐसा लगे कि they're walking into the city of Lucknow, the city of Nawabs. So the backdrop has been created beautifully where you feel like, you know, there's a three-dimensional backdrop, the bazaar, the market. So we've created the entire film, the entire story, the entire book live on stage.
India is going to witness live music, live singing, dancing, and a spectacle on stage.
I'm sure it's going to be spectacular. Do not miss Umrao Jaan Ada, the musical by Salim and Sulaiman Merchant.